Welcome to part 2 of the top 20 reasons to be working with the right coach. And I think in part 1 we left off at step number 15. So we will continue with step number 16. To be working with the right coach it helps you to process through problems and challenging periods. Because we are all going to be heading those. I tell you, if you have not yet stumbled on a challenging time in your life, you are heading there. Because sooner or later, so long as we are alive, we are going to be experiencing those challenging times. And you'll find out that working with a coach will help you to process those times much more smoother and easier. So, and instead of coming out stressed and worried, you'll find out that you come through that energized and excited and learn some lessons as well. So that's step number 16. And step number 17, coaching teaches you how to tap into your inner wisdom for guidance for the right questions. I'm sure you have heard it said that in order to get the right answers, you need to pose and ask the right questions. So if you are not doing that, then the answers that you're getting will not be correct. And this is what working with a coach teaches you what to do. You know, as women, we always say that, oh, I have a gut feeling that this thing should be that way and not that way. And oftentimes, we really don't know how to explain that gut feeling. But once you have the techniques of how to tap into that, and you know how to understand and trust that feeling, and that's some of the things that I, as a coach, teach my clients how to do. And they come out a winner every time about that. Now, step number 18, coaching helps to help you to explore your life purpose and vision. And it teaches you how to integrate it into the fully magnificent life that we need to have. We all are supposed to be living a magnificently rich life. But how many of us can say that we really are? We owe it to ourselves to make sure that we are living a magnificently rich life. And working with the right coach can help you to do that. Step number 19, coaching helps you to sharpen your craft, and it gives you an edge in your career, your business, in your life, and in your relationships, both personal and professional. And I felt led to repeat this step again, step number 19. Coaching helps you to sharpen your craft, which will give you an edge in your career, your business, in your life, and in your relationships, both personally and professionally. Because regardless of what we are doing, maybe our career or a business that we have, we need to focus on giving the best and then some. Because a lot of times the price is not what attracts people to us. It doesn't matter how expensive your stuff is. If you are giving your best and then some, it will attract the right people to you. Step number 20 in working with the right coach. A coach provides a positive, objective opportunity for extracting information. A coach acts as a sounding board and is a non-judgmental person who creates a non-judgmental atmosphere for his or her clients. And this is why it is so important to be the right match. I tell people every time they say, oh, well, I want you to be my coach. I said, I'm excited about that. However, we need to have a conversation to make sure if I'm a match to you. Am I able to deliver what you are looking for? You remember in the first episode, we spoke about having that list that helps you to ask the right question, to get the right answer, to find the right person to be working with you. So long as you go out there and you ask the right questions, you will find the right match that will help you to be getting and accomplishing the goal, what you want. However, there are some important notes that I want you to bear in mind. I can speak for the services that I do. And I know as an empowerment specialist, a relationship coach, a business and personal development coach, my goal is that the lives of my clients, as well as the lives of the people around them, their customers, their family members, are enriched by the service that I give them. Every person needs a coach as long as they are looking to impact others. Coaching is a part of your continued educational process. However, this will take discipline. And a lot of times when we hear about disciplines, we oftentimes think about, oh, as adults, we don't need discipline. As a grown-up, we don't need discipline. Discipline is for children. But I want to tell you, you're going out there, you're looking and investing in a coach. I gave you the questions you need to ask yourself. I already pointed out to you the 20, I've narrowed it down to 20 top reasons why you need to hire and be working with a coach. You might be a coach who is listening to me right now, and even a coach need a coach. Even the professionals need a coach to help them to sharpen their skills that will give them an edge over what they are doing. But however, as I mentioned before, this takes discipline. And I want you to ask this question: what is discipline? And how do you define discipline? Discipline has been defined in various ways by various sources. However, defining discipline is relevant only for the purpose of academics interest and on the academic side of children. So oftentimes people will look and categorize their discipline around their academics, and then they look on the other portion of their life and saying, oh no, it's not discipline. I'm grown up, I don't need that. in order for you to accomplish these 20 steps, you will need the discipline to do that. So let us look on what discipline affords us to do. Boldly speaking, discipline helps us to learn self-control. It also helps us to recognize acceptable limits, and it helps us to learn where to put stop. Because sometimes when we are not disciplined, we keep going, and we don't know where we are going. We are out of control. We don't know what our limits is, because there's none of us who are skilled at everything. And even working with the coach, there are other things that you are not going to be able to accomplish. And you're going to know, when do I need to engage the services of additional professionals that will help me to achieve the goal? And that's part of the discipline that you will need to demonstrate, and the self-control that you will need to have to say, well, listen, this is not something I'm good at. I'm not a good manager. I'm a great person that I will go out there and I know how to build the relationships, but I'm a lousy manager. So then you're going to need to get somebody who is skilled at managing so you can get the best results. So if you don't know, if you really do not recognize your limits, then you will be trying to manage when you are not good at that, instead of paying somebody to do what they're good at doing. You remember I mentioned in one of the episodes to say that you do not need to be doing the things that somebody else need to be doing. So you need to be paying somebody to do what they're good at, and you concentrate on what you're skilled and talented for. Again, it takes discipline. And part of this discipline as well means that you will need to remove your ego out of the way, because ego a lot of times is what prevents us from disciplined and in accomplishing what we are set out to do. So remove your ego out of the way. You need, a part of your discipline plan will be to develop and create a power team around you. People who believe in the vision and people who are committed to helping you get the message or product out. That's part of the discipline to know, well, I'm not good at sales, I'm not good at marketing, I'm very creative, but I know this person is good at that and I know the other person. Tell them what your vision and mission and your purpose is, and invite them to be part of your power team or advisory board or whatever name you want to give it, or your mastermind group or whatever. People call it different need, but you have to have the discipline to remove your ego out of the way and to help yourself by developing a plan that you can work with and that will allow you to engage others into working with. Know your limits. Do not overstretch yourself into doing something you know you are not good at, because it is only going to bring you disappointment and create stress for you. Know thyself. Know what you are good at doing and do just that and enjoy it. And, commend other people on what they are good at. All right? Now, discipline, again, will take commitment. And, when I look up discipline in the dictionary and you look under the noun, there are a couple of the definitions that they give here. And I'm going to read a few of the definitions that the dictionary, the one that I look in, gave me. And each one will be for somebody else. And we are going to look at the noun meaning of discipline. It's a training or condition imposed for the improvement of physical powers or self-control, etc. So, is that one that matches you? Number 2 is a systematic training in obedience to regulations and authorities. And number 3 is the state of improved behavior resulting from such training or conditioning. I know that because we are talking about personal development and empowerment and all of that, this one suits us very well. And for others, they will see discipline as a punishment or chastisement. And we are not going to look at that one, because we are going to look at in part of we practicing this discipline. Even when things happen that are negative, we are going to practice to turn it around. And we are going to learn the lessons from that. Why did it end up in the negative column versus the positive column? So there will not be any need to punish or to chastise, but there will be a means to learn a valuable lesson from that particular system or something that happened. The next definition they gave for discipline was a system of rules for behavior, methods, or practices. And it is a branch of learning or instruction. One of 2 more nouns that they gave for discipline is the laws that govern members of a church or place of worship. And the other noun is a discipline is a sorcerage of knotted coins. So I'm sure that there's one of the noun that I've just read off that will help you to define how do you want to use discipline along with these methods that you're using to work with your coach. Now, looking on discipline as a verb, discipline helps you to improve or attempt to improve your behavior, your orderlessness by training or conditioning or by rules. So, again, it's your personal accountability that will help you to use discipline. As a verb too, you can look at it as a corrective method or a way of being punished. And again, because we can learn a lesson from all behaviors, we are going to use them as corrective measures that will help us to demonstrate the proper discipline that will help us to accomplish their goals. Well-maintained discipline will shorten your learning curve and gets you a quicker result in your life. Your coach is a guide who will get you to the door, and you are the one who will need to open that door. As your coach, I will be there to support you. As you heard me use a scenario in the other segment, that I'm not actually going to open the door for you, but I am there, and the minute you grab the handle of that door to open and to step over that threshold, I'm going to be there supporting you and applauding you, giving you the biggest applause that you need to go over that threshold and to step into accomplishing the dreams. A lot of times professionals or grown up will say that, you know, discipline is not for me. And, you know, getting adults and professionals to be disciplined, I'm telling you, it is challenging because we have our customs, we have our habits that we want to hold on to. They have been engraved and cemented into who we are, and we don't want to get rid of our stuff. Some of these stuffs are like anchors that hold us down. We are not going with them, yet we do not have the discipline to let them go and to move ahead. So this is part of why getting adults and professionals to be disciplined is very, very challenging. So listen, if you see yourself in that position, just know that it takes time. You just have to stick to it, but sooner or later, you will be in a position where you will be embracing the discipline. And sooner or later, I'm told that if you do something for 21 days consistently, it will become a habit. So this is what you need to do. Practice these new discipline habits, these new discipline, and after 21 days, they are going to be becoming a habit. And now you are going to be shedding all those baggages and anchors that have been holding you down, and instead you will be replacing them with these new habits of discipline that you have developed. Becoming successful is not difficult. The difficulty is in our lack of discipline in what we need to be doing in order to accomplish the success that we want. Remember that everything we do in life is dependent on how willing and how comfortable we are to taking that first step and to be taking the action that is needed. Oftentimes, people fall into the trap of casting blame on others. Know that you have it within the power to take control of your life. You can turn it around regardless of where you are right now. You need to understand that it is important to invest in yourself. I mentioned about how you need to develop this. You need to have a budget that you are going to invest personally in your personal development. You need to commit yourself to becoming a lifelong learner. It doesn't matter how old you are. Get into learning something new. Another practice that I had not mentioned in this 20 steps to working with a coach and how to demonstrate discipline is to develop an attitude of gratitude. It does not matter where you are now. It doesn't matter how many goals that you have not succeeded on or with in the past. You can begin right now to be demonstrating and showing gratitude for the blessings that you have in your life and for the things that you have not accomplished yet. And you might be someone who is retired from one job, but there's something laying dormant inside you that you always want to do. Well, now is the time for you to take action, to go out there and get this thing done. You will surprise yourself on how enjoyable and rewarding that your life will be. Remember So long as you step out and you take action, you will get the support that you need. There is support out there. There is help out there, but you got to go out and seek. Seek and ye shall find. Ask the right question. Know that it is never too late to develop the right discipline in getting the achievement in your life that you want. Know that each and every one of us were created for a specific destiny. However, we must believe in ourselves enough to do the required investment that is needed to fulfill this destiny. The only person that can stop you from living a powerful and rich life, it's you. Only you can stop you from committing to that. So are you willing to demonstrate the discipline that is needed in order to invest in yourself, to get a coach to help you to live this rewarding life that you were created for? I bet you that you do. I am so excited that you have allowed me into your homes and into your lives to share this with you. And I pray that you found enough nuggets in these segments that will help you to live an inspired, informed, educated, but most of all, an empowered, rewarding, and purposeful life. Remember that you can always call me or send me an email and let me know how these points has helped you. And I'm willing to have you here on the show to talk about what you have gained after you have put all these tools into practices. Again, I thank you for listening to me, and I pray that you will now find the advantage and see why it is extremely important for you to invest in your life so that you can experience living a purposeful, authentic life. Again, I am the Dynamic Daphne, and I'm so excited that I was able to spend this time with you. Love you and stay empowered.